Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP has absolutely been flying off exchanges, and that's a very positive thing, and I'll explain why here even at the outset of the video. When market participants are optimistic and they think that it makes sense that what they hold is going to go up in price, what they'll frequently do is take, in this case XRP, they'll take their XRP off of the exchange, put it in cold storage, and wait until such a time arises as to where it's worth way more, and then they're interested in selling. When they're interested in selling, then you will see that a lot of XRP would flow back to the exchanges and people would take some profit. And you can absolutely expect to see that as we finally hit alt season and XRP hits a new all-time high, interest price discovery, the whole 9 yards. There, you will see a reversal. But what we've been seeing recently is XRP coming off of exchanges, and that's one thing you can look at to surmise that many XRP holders are very confident that it's going to be worth more in the future. And it's not just XRP that's treated this way, of course, Bitcoin and many other coins as well. This is just how speculators in the world of crypto treat their holdings, and it makes all the sense in the world. If you're not going to sell it soon, why have the risk exposure of keeping your assets on an exchange? It's not a good idea, right? And so there's this headline from the Crypto Basic. Bitcoin, XRP, and Shiba Inu deposits fall on Binance amid shift to stable coins. You don't say. And that's another thing that people will do. So it's not always the case that that people are going to just take their assets and off exchange. Some people do convert into stable coins as well. Either way, it's behavior that you see when people are optimistic. So I got to highlight some stuff though in this video. I got some stuff to call out. There are some crypto media outlets and also some influencers saying some stuff that they have to know is not true and doesn't make sense. And so I'm going to share what I think about that because I'm allowed to say my opinion too, as it turns out, especially on my own damn channel. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so this is a brand new article, but it comes at such a perfect time because literally yesterday, I published a video sharing a perspective from this article from AMB Crypto titled, What XRP's Rising Exchange Supply tells you about its future prospect. Wait, rising exchange supply? Didn't we just see an article literally from today saying that XRP's supply exchange is going down? Well, yes, as it turns out, it depends on what time frame you're looking at. AMB Crypto is notorious, just like CoinDesk and Cointelegraph, for just having crap narrative floods. They don't care if they mislead their readers. Just all sorts of BS narratives. They hate XRP, and why? Because reasons, folks. Because reasons. Do you have to ask anymore? It's always because reasons. And so I covered this yesterday. I want to be brief, but I want to catch you up to speed because it hilariously kind of paints the point. And so a couple of the things that I pointed out. By the way, this article, this one from AMB Crypto, it was published on September 8th, all right? They have data, the relevant data, it was from September 5th. And so they're presenting it as though it's brand new because September 5th, that's when you started to see an increase of some XRP increasing, flowing to exchanges. Now, that date is exactly when crypto, all sorts of different cryptos from all sorts of different coins was flowing to exchanges because people were panic selling. The stock market that was down. That was a bloody day. This is not something that's unique to XRP. They're painting it as though it is. That kind of grinds my gears in and of itself. Second of all, as I'll show you in just a second, and the Crypto Basic article ends up pointing it out, you can see that going back for weeks, the amount of XRP was actually shrinking. The amount of XRP on exchange, it was going down. And so you have a couple little upticks because it's not going to go in a perfectly straight line. That's not how life works. But it upticked a little bit on a scary day. And then they wrote this scary narrative here. And then they said, hey, by the way, look at this. Whales are selling. Look at this. We got some records here. $95 million from a whale right there. Except for, then if you dig into it, as I did yesterday, and I proved it, I'm not going to do it in this video, but I went through, it's not hard. You click on like two things. You can see that the massive movement from a quote-unquote whale, it was from a Binance-owned account, and they moved it to another Binance-owned account, presumably for security reasons. Cryptocurrency exchanges, they rotate the locations of their crypto all the damn time. And so you'd have, I'm not privy to the inner workings of why they're doing what they're doing. I just know they do that. Coinbase does it. You pick an exchange, they all do it. And so they were painting this negative picture on purpose, unless they want to come out and say that they're just incompetent and they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, maybe I'd accept that. But they've been doing this type of crap for so many years, and they must know better. And plus, they're like, literally, they posted a chart showing that they posted a chart showing a decline in the amount of XRP on exchanges, and then they have the audacity to put a headline up here that says XRP's rising exchange supply tells you about its future prices, blah blah blah, and then they try and scare you. How can I think that it's not intentional when they're showing a chart going back weeks proving the contrary to their argument? Like, are you kidding me? And so here you have the Crypto Basic. To their credit, they're right. Binance, the largest crypto exchange, has recently published details concerning assets it holds for users in line with its ongoing transparency practices. The latest publication is the 22nd in the series of its monthly Proof of Reserves report concerning users' deposits. The report highlights notable declines in crypto assets stored on the exchange between August and September. And so we're looking at a set period here. So they're highlighting the decline of XRP being held without the negative spin. Just report the damn thing. You don't need to lie about this stuff here, right? And so the Crypto Basic, to their credit, is doing just that. And so here they have this section. Users withdrew more XRP from Binance. Looking at other prominent altcoins like XRP, a notable decline is also observable in the number of tokens present compared to the 1st of August. As of September 1st, Binance held approximately 2.756 billion XRP for users. Meanwhile, on August 1st, Binance held 2.93 billion XRP, reflecting a drop of 5.97%. This suggests that users withdrew more XRP from Binance in the past month, possibly transferring to other trading platforms or moving to self-custody. Well, wouldn't you know it? Can't you just drive, and they are, can't you just drive a proper narrative here? This is a positive. And then on top of that, they have the audacity to write, A and B anyway, has the audacity to write this crap at a time when XRP's been outperforming almost every single top 100 coin for the last 3 months. You've got to be kidding me with this crap. And you can see, here's a post, I think I might have shared this the other day, but it's worth repeating in case you missed it. This is from chart analyst Crypto Michael, and I'm seeing all sorts of analysts pointing this out. XRP pricing against Bitcoin says XRP BTC looks ready for a huge squeeze. I can't find an unbiased analyst that disagrees with this. It's not going to stay here forever, and it has been trending up literally for months. But there are people that are happy to blatantly lie to you and mislead you, and I'm just going to keep calling them out because this is my channel, damn it, and I do what I want. Here's a post from a well-known influencer, Levi, Crypto Crusaders, 119,000 followers. He shared this post, which has 67,000 views just the other day. And he wrote, breaking. Elon Musk's X may soon start accepting XRP as Ripple is set to pay its SEC fee shortly. Folks, that is a blatant lie. And I knew that. But I responded and I just wrote, source, question mark? Just want to see if he'd respond. No, I didn't think he would. And he didn't. That is a blatant lie. Breaking, what's breaking? Where'd you get this? If it's breaking, you got it from some sort of source, right? Because if it just came from your own head, surely you wouldn't have the audacity to just write breaking. Breaking, I have a new thought. Hypothetically, this might happen and I just made it up. You wouldn't do that, would you, Levi? You wouldn't do that. If it's breaking, it's because you got it from somewhere, right, Levi? You wouldn't just make crap up to mislead your 119,800 followers on X, right? You wouldn't just blatantly lie to them, would you, Levi? But you did, very clearly. That's made up crap. I despise it. I do not like it when people are intellectually dishonest. And I'm not going to apologize for feeling protective of this community that I have been a part of for almost 7 years at this point. I am humbled and honored to be in the community and also to have the following, the subscriber base that I have on this channel, which has blown my mind. I am nothing but humbled by this, and I just can't imagine abusing that platform, the platform that I have, by blatantly lying. Now, I get stuff wrong because I'm human, but I will admit it. And I do. But I try to be very careful with my words. If I'm not certain of something, I say, I suppose so-and-so may be or true, or I think it might be. I'm not going to, but this crap, this is way out of left field. Can you imagine if I came on and was like, hey, breaking, Elon Musk's X might start using XRP? Just total made up crap. I'm sorry we even have to call this stuff out, but I mean, it's just, if people, if they're not called out, they're just going to keep behaving like this. And my concern is that there are people, especially new people, who are going to like fall for this stuff. I mean, he got 1,000 likes on this thing, on a lie. And then this gets propagated further. And so maybe it's people that aren't even really focusing on it, or maybe they build up some level of trust. They're like, oh, he wouldn't lie to me, right? Maybe it is. And so maybe they just see it, or they want it to be true, and people are reposting it and stuff. I can get that, but that's not good. And so my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie saw where I wrote source, and trust me, when I wrote source, I didn't believe for a moment he had a source. I knew he didn't. So I wrote source, ? And Crypto Eddie thought it was funny. She wrote, source, you ask? This poor community. And exactly. She is trustworthy and honest. And then another fellow XRP YouTuber here, Chip from On the Chain, he responded to that post, to Crypto Eddie, and he said, straight from his imagination, just like all the other nonsense. Imagine knowing it's pure fantasy and still posting it anyway. So folks, the best we can do is hope that they have the capacity to feel embarrassed for blatantly lying. Look, if somebody's wrong, and that's fine, like we're all gonna be wrong, and just own it. This is not that. This is a blatant lie. Very clearly. I'm hoping there's some level of shame in this person so that he'll just knock it off. He's got to stop doing this stuff. Then there was this. There's a post from Colin Brown. He's got a pretty respectable following here, 7,636. It's not easy to get that many followers. I remember when I had around that many followers on X, I was like, I can't believe that I have that many followers. It's just like surreal. And I'm so appreciative and thankful. But again, like I'm just doing my best to operate in good faith, be a pretty reasonable, to the best of my ability, be a reasonable participant within the community, right? But then we get this stuff. There's a video on your screen here. It goes over 2 minutes. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse speaking in Japan recently. And Colin Brown wrote, and by the way, this was seen 56,000 times, this post I'm sure. It's 56,000 times. They hit heart 764 times. And so he wrote here, Ripple CEO praises the XRP community as one of the biggest and oldest crypto families in the world. He also notes that partner SBI forecasts every bank in Japan will work with XRP by the end of 2025. And then he's got not one, but 2 rocket emojis. Now, the problem is that is literally not true. That he doesn't even say that in the video. And so I responded to Colin and I wrote, Brad does not say that in this video clip, and he has never said any such thing about every bank in Japan using XRP by the end of 2025. Why are you lying? And I feel like I just need to be more blunt these days. Maybe when I wrote source in response to Levi, maybe I should have been like, why are you lying? Maybe that's what it takes. I don't. These people, you gotta stop doing this crap. It's not serving our community. I don't respect it when people act like this. This is our community. And so you may have heard of this idea, though, of every bank in Japan using XRP by the end of 2025. That's been widely circulated because of people that propagate it. And at some point, at least in the beginning, somebody knew it was a lie, right? But then it's propagated, and then people think that, oh, maybe it sounds believable. Maybe that somebody could have said that over at SBI, right? But that's not the case here. So somebody responded to me, and nothing against this individual at all. I think that he just received the misinformation, just like a lot. Like I'm willing to bet that a lot of you listening have heard this before. Nothing against any of you if you took it at face value. That's what I'm talking about, though. If you're hearing it from somebody who you trust, rethink who you trust, I guess, is what I'm saying. I mean, unless they're going to acknowledge that they got something wrong, in which case, I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine because people get tricked. I'm sure that there are people listening again that, because it doesn't sound like the most outlandish thing, not like what Levi said. This is almost as bad, I guess. I mean, if he's going to propagate it anyway. So, but anyway, Statesman said, SBI did forecast every bank using XRP by 2025. Now, that's not true. Now, he believes that. I don't think he's lying to me. Nothing against him whatsoever. Again, like I said, there's all sorts of people listening right now that I'm willing to bet have heard this rumor and assume that there's something to it. It is not. XRP community member Michael Nardolillo responded to that and said, no, they didn't. It was a mistranslation from a quarter report that said everyone will use the XRP ledger at Osaka in 2025, and they are through NFTs. That's all this, folks. That's it. It was a mistranslation. But and so I can understand after the mistranslation, people reporting it. That's not crazy. But we now know better, and this has been known like for over half a decade. And if somebody still didn't know that, I'd still say, okay, if that didn't make it to it, okay, fine. Colin here shared this video clip and lied about what Brad Garlinghouse was saying on this topic. That's on a different level. That's on a whole different level. Like, he has the audacity to be like, look what Brad Garlinghouse said, and then you listen to the clip, which I did. I wasted 2 minutes of my life listening to this, and I knew he wasn't going to say it, because that's ridiculous. But I listened to it anyway just to be absolutely sure, and he didn't. This guy lied. I wasted 2 minutes, and a bunch of people saw this and hit like on it and reposted it, which further puts out misinformation in our community. You see how this works? These people deserve criticism. Period. That's fair. You don't get to just go lie all over our damn community, and then everybody that knows that you're making crap up or are incorrect, you don't just not get to have criticism when you lie. You don't. That's not how life works. Here's another one. This is from Jack the Rippler, 233,700 followers. He wrote, Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito says, quote, XRP has been designed to reach $10,000, end quote. Hit that like button if you believe in such a high price for XRP. And wouldn't you know it, 1,400 likes, 64,000 views. It's straight up engagement farming. This isn't true. I mean, if you've got that type of following, you're going to write something like that, you better have a damn source, right? And so somebody named Corey tagged me, and he said, in this post, he said, Moon Lambo, I keep seeing this narrative that creators of XRP designed it to reach $10,000. Any truth to this? And Corey, thank you very much for tagging me. I do appreciate the opportunity to respond to this. And no, there is nothing to this. And this has been going back literally over half a decade right now. I've been pushing back against this nonsense, literally this exact narrative for over half a decade. So I responded and I wrote, zero truth. Market participants decide what the price of any openly traded asset is. You can't program or design a future price for an asset. Now, of course, there's more to say than that. I kept it kind of brief, but this idea that it was designed and they just designed it to, so it's going to be that. Like, if your brain's doing that, then, I don't know, get a new one? Get a new brain? I don't know. That's not how this works. But let me tell you where this all came from. You want to know? Because I can tell you. Take a look at this. This is from CryptoRank. From November 3rd, 2023. Ripple co-founder says XRP price will reach $10,000? Question mark? Because Arthur Brito, he's one of the co-founders of one of the creators of XRP and the XRP ledger. Check this out. An interesting development is the rumors that are circulating on social media regarding the XRP price and the lesser-known Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito. Apparently, Brito had given an ultra-bullish forecast for the digital asset with the expectation that it would become valued at 5 digits. But is there any merit to these rumors? Oh, tell me more. Maybe there is something to it, and I'm just going to make a hard time. Ripple co-founder says XRP priced at 10,000. A supposed price prediction by Brito is rapidly returning to social media after a well-followed news account posted about it on X. In the post, CoinGeek refers to this prediction as breaking news, saying that Brito said the XRP price will climb to $10,000. Other claims include Brito saying that the cryptocurrency is designed to accommodate the needs of 7.5 billion people around the globe. Additionally, the post said the XRP price was designed to cross the $10,000 mark. And then they shared the price on the screen right here indicating as much. That's from CryptoGeek. And then they write, One problem with this forecast is that there seems to be no source behind it. No, color me surprised. No source behind the wild, wacky, left field assertions here? No way. And then they write, the claims are in abundance, but there is no documented instance of Brito saying that the XRP price will reach that target. In fact, there is little to nothing about Brito online. Most people only know two co-founders behind Ripple Labs, Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse, without realizing there was a third. However, Brito stays out of the limelight and does not post on his X account despite having over 12,000 followers. So let me be clear here too. As far as it pertains to the technological qualities of XRP and the XRP ledger, it is true that when it was designed, they were trying to build a better Bitcoin. They didn't want to have a problem with throughput, right? They wanted to have a damn Bitcoin that frickin' worked. That was basically it. They were originally Bitcoin developers. In fact, David Schwartz, Arthur Brito, they were Bitcoin developers. They wanted to build something new that just worked better, and they came up with a new method for consensus, right? That's what they did. And so they created this, and of course, what they were thinking is, yes, scalability matters. And they have actually created something that is effectively infinitely scalable in terms of transactions for XRP. That's by design. You can batch payments. There's ways to do it and actually scale. That was thought about in the earliest of days. So when you're talking about accommodating the needs of 7.5 billion people, well, first of all, there's no proof he even said that. But even so, the closest I can do to be like to give you a pleasant head nod is, okay, they designed it so it could scale. Like, that's not a surprise. So that's well understood. But still, there's no evidence that's a quote. Even if you could find evidence that a quote, I'd still say, yeah, they designed it so it could scale without issue. What's the deal? But there isn't evidence he said that, and there sure as hell isn't evidence about XRP. They designed it to hit $10,000. So where did that come from? Well, I actually hunted down the source about a year ago, and I think I found it. There's this post from an XRP community member named Mark Phillips. Here's his profile on X. And he wrote this piece in February 18th of 2019. He titled it, XRP was designed for $10,000. And if anybody can find anything else, let me know, but the only thing that I could find on Telebernets about XRP being designed for $10,000 came from this guy. And it was over half a decade ago, and I think this is what got this whole thing going. So check this out. The piece reads as follows. Again, from 2019, from an XRP community member. So this is somebody's opinion. When XRP was created, it was designed to be a replacement for both institutional and retail financial systems in every market around the world. I got to pause and say, that is not true. It was built to be a better Bitcoin. David Schwartz has said as much. And they thought that loosely, they didn't know exactly how it would be used, but maybe something in terms of payments, which makes sense because they designed it so that transactions are so blazing fast, they're effectively real time, and so cheap that they're effectively free. But as far as replacement for institutional, retail, this or that, no. David Schwartz has talked about the origin story of XRP and what they were thinking at the time. There's nothing to what he wrote there. But still, he continues. Mark Phillips wrote, how do we know this? An examination of how XRP is constructed makes this evident. A somewhat famous quote from Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Brito provides a tantalizing clue. In 2017, he wrote, XRP must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people. Okay, so there you go. That's the first mark of that I've ever seen, right? If that's actually true, first of all, he didn't cite it, so I can't verify that. But again, even if it's true, well, I acknowledge they designed it so that it's basically effectively infinitely scalable. Okay. But still, I haven't seen proof of that quote. I would like to see it if it's real. Okay. But what about the $10,000 part? Well, check this out. And this is what happened. So he wrote, we'll come back to this quote, but it does provide insight into the scale of Ripple's ambitions to be used by the global population. First, let's examine some of the main features of XRP that support my claim that it was designed to carry $10,000 of value. And so there you go. That's why this happened. Somebody read that, and there's an alleged quote from Arthur Brito, and in the same paragraph, Mark Phillips says that he's the one, not Arthur Brito. Mark Phillips says he's the one that is claiming that XRP will get to $10,000. And so somebody saw that, and then they attributed all of it to Arthur Brito. That's what happened I mean, that's my speculation. I can't say that with 100% certainty, but I have spent a lot of time scrounging the internet for any piece of evidence of any of this, and I come to this. And I found this actually last year, and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. People saw that, and then they just it's like the telephone game. You ever play that when you're a kid, like in kindergarten? You know, you whisper a sentence into somebody's ear, and then they say it to the next person. By the time it gets back to you, it's a whole different thing. Yeah, that's basically what happened. It's a monster now. And now it's out there, and then it gets propagated. And people say this crap. It's not true. There is no evidence of this. So again, if people are reposting stuff and they're trusting somebody, I can't blame people for that. We have to operate based on trust in life with our family and our friends, and so we extend that type of behavior towards people that we think are trustworthy as influencers online. I totally get that. The problem is some of them are just engagement farming, don't have your best interest in mind, and are happy for you to hit like, propping them up, even if it means that they have inserted false information into your brain. That's the problem I have with it, because this is our community, and I don't like people in our community getting treated that way. So there you go. I'm going to keep calling this crap out because it's bad. And please feel free to join in on this if you care to just constructively criticize here, because it's well worth it. I just find this type of behavior just repugnant. I don't like people in life, period, who are not intellectually honest. I don't need people who are right all the time. I need people who are sufficiently competent and I know won't lie to me. That's what I want in life. These people, though, there are too many of them that are happy to lie because it helps them personally. That I have a problem with. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.